Stop. Before you keep scrolling, I need you to listen to this, because what you're about to hear is not what you expect. It's not another video about how to become more attractive, how to send the right text at the right moment, how to seem more interesting in a conversation. No, this is something deeper, something most men never understand. And that lack of understanding is exactly why they keep doing the same things, getting the same results, and wondering why nothing ever seems to work. You've already felt it. I know you have. That feeling of doing everything right, of being present, attentive, available, of showing her how much you care, of always responding, always showing up, always giving. And she pulls away. Not dramatically, not with a fight, not with a direct rejection. Just slowly, like something faded, like that connection you felt was losing weight, becoming less real, less intense, and you're left standing there, wondering what you did wrong. The truth is, you probably didn't do anything wrong. The problem isn't what you did. The problem is what you focused on, because there are only two real reasons a woman falls in love with a man. Only two, and neither of them has anything to do with how hard you try, how kind you are, or how available you make yourself. They have to do with something completely different. Something rooted in psychology, in emotion, in the way the human brain creates attachment. And once you understand this, everything changes. The first reason is this: she feels something she cannot control. Think about how attraction actually works. It's not a logical decision. Nobody sits down at a desk and says, quote, 0. That's not how it works. Love, real attraction, the kind that keeps people awake at night, the kind that pulls thoughts back to the same place again and again, is an emotional experience. It's something that happens inside you. It's not something you choose. And this is the exact problem with the approach most men take. They try to be predictable. They try to be safe. They try to show her exactly how much they're worth, exactly how much they care, exactly how far they'd be willing to go for her. And what they get is the opposite of what they want. Because when you are completely predictable, when she already knows what you'll say, how you'll react, how available you'll be, there's nothing for her mind to hold on to. There's no tension, no mystery, no sense of something she hasn't fully figured out yet. And without that feeling, attraction fades. Think about two different men. The first one is always available. He responds instantly to every message. He agrees with everything. He adjusts to her every need. He's there, constantly, like a fixed and unchanging presence. The second man has a life. Sometimes he's present, sometimes he's absorbed in something that genuinely excites him. He listens, but he doesn't chase. He cares, but he doesn't need to prove it every 5 minutes. Which of these two men takes up more space in her mind? Not the one who gives her everything, the one she can't completely figure out. So what does this mean in practice? It doesn't mean becoming cold. It doesn't mean ignoring her. It doesn't mean pretending you don't care. It means building a life that doesn't revolve around her. It means having something outside of her that makes you alive and interesting. It means not filling every silence with a message. It means letting there be space, letting her wonder, letting her feel something she didn't choose to feel. Don't over-explain yourself. Don't rush to justify every decision you make. Don't make yourself completely transparent, completely readable, completely accessible at every moment. Let there be something she doesn't know yet. Because when emotions are unpredictable, they become powerful. And when something is powerful, you can't stop thinking about it. But here's where most people get it completely wrong. They hear all of this, and they think, perfect. I need to become distant. I need to be mysterious, elusive, hard to reach. And they shut down. They become cold, unreachable. And that doesn't work either, because attraction alone doesn't create love. Attraction is only the first half of the equation. There is a second reason a woman falls in love with a man, and this is where everything deepens. The second reason is this: she feels safe enough to open up emotionally. A woman doesn't fall in love simply because she feels excitement. She falls in love when emotional intensity meets emotional safety, when she can feel something powerful and at the same time know that she won't be judged, controlled, or pushed away. These two elements must coexist, not one or the other, both at the same time. And this is the point where most men fail. The ones who create attraction often lack depth. They don't know how to make room for real emotion, for that conversation that goes beneath the surface. And the ones who offer comfort, who are always kind, always understanding, always available, often lack the tension that ignites something inside her. But when both elements are present, when she feels something powerful and at the same time feels genuinely safe, that's when something rare happens, something she doesn't forget. Picture this moment. She tells you something personal, a fear, an insecurity, a difficult memory, something she doesn't normally share with everyone. Most men do one of two things. They immediately try to fix the problem, to find a solution, to show they're useful, or they feel uncomfortable and subtly shift the conversation towards something lighter, something easier to handle. But the man she falls in love with does something different. He listens, not to respond, not to solve, not to prove anything. He listens to understand. And in that moment, she feels seen, not analyzed, not judged, not managed, seen. And when someone truly feels seen, when someone senses that another person is fully present without wanting anything in return, attachment begins to form. Something begins to grow that goes beyond surface-level attraction. How do you apply this in a concrete way? Stay calm when she expresses strong emotions. Don't rush to give advice. Let silence exist without trying to fill it or control it. Be present without trying to win the moment. Your strength is not in what you say. It's in how emotionally stable you are. Because when she feels safe opening up, she begins to associate that safety with you. And that safety, combined with attraction, is the combination that transforms interest into something profound. Now put these two elements together, and you begin to understand why everything works the way it does. Emotional unpredictability, emotional safety, they must exist together. Too much unpredictability without safety creates anxiety. She doesn't know where you stand. She doesn't know what you want. She doesn't know if she can trust you. And that anxiety, even if it feels exciting at first, becomes exhausting over time. Too much safety without unpredictability creates boredom. She already knows everything about you, already knows how every sentence will end, already knows how you'll react to every situation. And boredom, even when it's comfortable, doesn't create love. But when both forces meet, when she experiences you as someone who stimulates her and genuinely understands her, when she perceives you as someone who doesn't chase and yet is truly present, something happens in that space that cannot be manufactured artificially. She feels drawn to you, and she feels safe with you, and that combination of attraction and safety is what transforms interest into attachment, and attachment into love. Now let me tell you something bigger than all of this. Love is not something you convince someone into. It's not something you can build with the right words, the right moves, the right strategy. It's something people experience when they're around you. You don't respond to love. You create it. You create it with the kind of presence you carry, with the kind of man you are when nobody is watching, with the stability you demonstrate when things get complicated, with the ability to be fully present without losing yourself in the process. You are not trying to prove your worth. You are creating an emotional environment, an environment where she feels both stimulated and understood. And the extraordinary thing about all of this is that it doesn't only apply to romantic relationships. It applies to how you show up in life in general. Because the more grounded you are in yourself, the less you chase. And the less you chase, the more people are drawn to you. Not because you're playing a game, but because you've become someone who doesn't need to. So stop asking yourself how to make her love you. Start asking yourself what kind of presence you bring into the lives of the people around you, because that is what she responds to. Not your words, not your effort, not your intentions, your presence. Master that, and everything changes. If what you've heard just now made you see things differently, good. That means you're starting to understand what most people never do. And now the question is simple. Do you want to keep doing what feels comfortable, what you already know, what you've always done? Or are you ready to start becoming the man she actually feels something for? The choice is yours.